Welcome back to the Almost Friday podcast. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick.
Guys, celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit BetterHelp.com/beers to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/beers. Let's get into the episode.
Today's episode is with the hilarious,
The great
Kyle Kinane. Giant fan of his.
Yep.
When I first got into stand-up, when I was like 15, and started listening to the Pandora stand-up station, every Kyle Kinane bit I listened to over and over again. Fucking dude is so funny.
Also, his voice is mesmerizing.
It's awesome. Great beard too.
His voice and beard were made in a lab and paired together.
Dude, he's the shit.
We had a lot of fun this episode.
And if you haven't seen any of Kyle's specials or any, just go on YouTube or whatever and watch any of his specials. They're all so fucking funny. Watch his This Isn't Happening clips on YouTube. Great. One of the best storytellers in stand-up, I would say. Not a lot of people are still doing.
Yeah, he does a lot of like winding and weaving to like build to a punchline, which is it pays off for a big laugh. But his new special, Dirt Nap, comes out February 1st, exclusively on 800 Pound Gorilla, and then later on YouTube in March. I watched 2 of his specials this week, and they were fucking hilarious.
Dude, he's so good.
It's a great episode, so let's get into it.
Today, we have a very, very special guest, Kyle Kinane. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, dudes. I clap too.
Thanks for coming. How's it going?
It's kicking. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, this is us meeting for the first time.
It is.
We met 90 seconds ago.
It is. We're on a play date right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we're going to act like old buds.
Yeah.
Can I show you a video right off the bat?
Yeah.
Emily, can you pull up the first video I sent?
I'm just going to jump right in and say, yeah.
Is this
I saw this commercial. Me and Tyler saw this commercial during, I think it was the, what was the first game of the playoffs? I don't know. This was a commercial on the NFL playoffs. Yeah, right here.
You familiar with Black Rifle Coffee?
I know of them. Oh,
This is
This is a real commercial.
That's what. Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Not supposed to be laughing yet, right?
Yep.
One nation under God, indivisible.
Yep. SEAL Team 6 coming in.
Okay.
Man welding 9/11 SEAL Team 6 for audio only
Yeah.
listeners. Wild commercial.
I mean, I it's using 9/11 as like the inciting incident of your coffee commercial.
I wish there was other brands that were just like also us. Like, is it working? Us too. What is it? It's just Red Bull. Like, you gotta get jacked up. Fucking take out some terrorists, man.
No Red Bull, no wings.
If you're gonna wrongfully invade Iraq, you're gonna need to be fucking hyped up on caffeine.
Just the idea that like super powerful coffee is just gonna give you the immediate shits. Like, that's not what SEAL Team 6 needs in that moment.
Yeah.
Is to also be like, they're gonna smell us coming.
You know, it's like I feel like I haven't really seen like a commercial like capitalize on something like that. They tried it with like the Pepsi with Kendall Jenner.
That was bad. This one,
This one is crazy.
I mean, literally showing footage of the Twin Towers with smoke pouring out of them.
Does everybody get like a cup of coffee? Like, do they buy a soldier a coffee? What's like? I know there's some setup with it.
yeah, all I know is the guy that started it was like ex-military or ex-marine or something.
I think they mean well.
They do.
But
It's good. It's good to backpedal a little bit when you realize they can triangulate your location in a matter of 30 seconds. He's coming in through the skylight right now. He's pissed. He's angry.
I just pictured the CEO as Mark Wahlberg and Shooter, just living in the woods, just fucking waiting for the FBI to show up and kill his wife and son.
I gotta stay awake.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was like a recruiting commercial.
Did it get any blowback? Were people like,
No,
Not
I don't
yet.
see
Not
anyone
yet. Not
talking
yet.
about it.
Look up. I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen anything.
they will be a sponsor of yours within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think they did infiltrate. MeUndies and Black Rifle Coffee. I'm pretty heavy on the sponsorship tip.
Was that a recent commercial?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it came out-
It aired during the playoffs this year.
No.
Yeah,
Not okay.
that director's making his debut. We're gonna see 100 commercials like that now coming out this year.
So the Twin Towers footage is free reign. Yeah. They call it just like how Mickey Mouse went. What is it? Public
domain now.
So it's a ballsy move to use that. I mean, I'll give him that. That is courageous in a marketing standpoint.
It's like, I don't know what else. What would be the equivalent of using that for like? Fuck, I don't know. What's just another?
I don't know. I mean, you can. It's like using the Tiananmen Square, like the guy in the tanks, to sell like ramen.
Yeah,
It's
Comfortable
insane.
shoes.
Yeah, it's
hot,
crazy.
Hot Pockets.
New Balance. If you're gonna protest, New Balance, really.
New Balance's Boston bombing footage.
Like a guy running away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Dude,
sell single shoes if you need it. Don't worry about it. Too much? All right, that was too much. Now I feel bad about that one.
no, that almost went over my head. That was good.
Well, now I feel extra bad about it.
Dude, my best friend's dad was actually running during the bombings.
Really?
In the Boston Marathon, yeah. Well, did you know anyone like
I knew a lot of people that were there.
that were in the race?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. Like,
Wow, yeah.
They all got away scot free.
That was a crazy. That was crazy. I remember everyone for like a week was plugged into a nationwide manhunt. I don't think that's ever happened in my life.
And then New Yorkers got jealous because they were like, well, what about, they started making New York Strong t-shirts. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is our 9/11.
Oh, really?
Would you leave it be?
Yep.
Let us have a few months.
I can't let anybody in New England have anything else.
No. They're like, well, what about 9/11? Like, we're not comparing the two.
You can't compare grief, but you can. 9/11, pretty bad. Remember 9/11? Pretty bad. Yeah. Just saying, yours is bad too, but.
Where were you on 9/11? How old are you?
Liam's favorite question to ask.
Really?
We
I
actually
really
asked
am.
like all the guys.
I'm fascinated always because, like, I was 3 and I don't remember, but
That hurts my heart, man. Several ways.
I just, I this is a horrible thing to say, but we kind of talked about this the other day. We were like, I wish I was I was conscious for that moment.
Like I wish we knew how impact. Like it's
guess
literally a
moment's
meme
not the
now.
best word.
9/11 is used as a meme. Like I
Yeah.
wish I was like cognizant when it happened because like to really understand like what the fuck happened.
Let me tell you,
'Cause
boys.
it's a butt
Let
of
me
a
tell
joke.
you,
now.
boys, what it was like. It was a butt of a joke. I mean, I was running with a pretty tasteless crew at the time, so like it became a joke quicker than it should have within our circles. I was honestly, I was I think unemployed or like working several part-time jobs, and it was I would have been in my 20s. Because, so I like living at home with part-time jobs. And the one thing I remember is the summer before, I almost joined the Navy. And it was like one of the most loser, like me and my buddy stoned in the middle of the day of the summertime with no jobs. And it was it's too hot to go swimming. We're at his parents' house. They had a pool. Like it's just watch TV. And we were watching local cable, like public broadcasting. They were showing the 4th of July parade from the year before, and that's just what we were watching. They were flipping through, and there's like a Navy commercial. Like, we could probably do that, man. Like, we're not doing anything right now.
Yeah.
Like, we could join the Navy, and then we didn't. And then 9/11 happened. Like, remember that day we almost joined the fucking Navy? But no, 9/11 was. I woke up because my friend was on like a morning zoo radio show. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to my buddy on this. And they're like, well, what's all those? Well, the second tower's come down. I'm like, ooh, this is a nutty sketch. The plane flew into the building. I'm like, oh, they're on one this morning. And then I went in the kitchen. My parents were just watching TV. And we're like, well, there's the other one. And I'm like, well, I know how to handle this. I'll call up my same 4 friends and get high. And then that's what we just did. At one point, my buddy was like, it was the same day. And we're just stoned. They're like media, everything. He's like, all right, man, I get it. Like it is a pretty big deal.
Wow.
Yeah,
What's that crew up to nowadays? Those 4
they're all
fellas?
doing great.
Nice.
They're all doing good.
Nice.
Everybody's got weird burnouts, but everybody got jobs and has families. I think I'm the oddball out of them.
Potentially.
Hey, maybe you know how we're like all pretty funny? What if we could like do it though? Ridiculous.
I remember those old Marine commercials where it's like, do you hear the call? And it's a dude. He hears the call and he starts running.
Yeah.
Those really got me when I was.
Yeah.
'cause I was pretty young when those came out, and I would just trick my brain to thinking that I heard the call of the Marines. And I'd be like outside walking, and I just hear myself being called to the Marines, and I thought I was going to have to join the Marines for a period of time. Those really
And
got
then like mild schizophrenia. Guys, I'm hearing the call. Somebody else. Never mind.
fuck.
They had Jonathan Majors was doing the newest Marine commercials, right? Jonathan Majors was like the spokesperson.
Oh.
You know that guy, right? The Marvel guy.
Yeah, he kind of.
He like
What do you do?
domestic violence, like beat the
DV. Damn.
yeah. Who's like the perfect spokesperson for the Marines? Then
That pissed.
I was gonna go with cops, but
they got to start. Oh yeah. They
what?
gotta
But
start
Adam
doing-
Driver was a Marine,
Yeah.
He was,
but he doesn't look like a Marine.
No.
What's his name from the okay, it's
Rob
great. It's
Riggle.
great. Rob Riggle. Thank you for saving me. That's a great way to say. Hey, what's his name from the stuff? You know him? You did. Rob Riggle is a Marine.
Yeah, that's so interesting to me.
I guess yeah. For your marketing for the Marines, like Rob Riggle probably still better than Adam Driver, like the guy from A Marriage Story.
Punching that hole in that wall.
Dude.
Yeah, look at that, dude. He looks like a beast. Wait, click in on that the third photo. Yeah, right there. What the
All
hell?
blurry.
Yeah, he's fucking.
I mean, he's aged. It aged him. I'll tell you
he's a
that.
beast.
Do you think he was still being silly?
I was
Well,
wondering
he was in the
about
shit.
Dude, yeah, I bet he was the funniest dude. I bet he was the greatest dude to have in
Was his nickname Joker?
carry.
that. Yeah, he had the card on his helmet.
Yeah, yeah,
Joker from a pack of cards.
Constantly doing
Doing loud gulps when he hears a bomb go off.
Yikes.
That was close.
Oh, it must have been the chili.
Are you a football fan? Are you a Bears fan?
No,
No.
hat. I just had the hat made because everybody asked what part of Chicago I'm from, so I just had this hat made.
Fair enough.
Addison. I'm from Addison, Texas. So
I played that improv. Yeah,
Oh, you have?
I thought
Yeah,
somebody told me there's no residents. Like Addison, Texas was only businesses. It was like it was like a weak urban myth about Addison, Texas.
It definitely was. It's like, it's like so gentrified now. It's crazy. And also, like, they have turned every square inch into like $4,000 a month apartments. It's insane. Like,
I was there a year ago. We played the club, and then the only place like there's nothing to do there except there's the TGI Fridays across the street, and we would just get drunk there at night. But they had a DJ, and he was playing like old school like NWA unedited like at a Fridays, like N-word NWA. But then there was still children there, and I was like,
well, it's a melting pot. It really is a melting
that's
pot.
a nice thing to say about the TGI Fridays with the DJ and the babies.
That was our cultural hub. We had nothing else.
It was enough weirdness where I was like, I like what's going on here. And I went there every night after the shows. I'm like, TGI Fridays seems to know what's up. They know they're the only game in town. Let's do it.
Yeah. How often have you done stand-up in Dallas? I always wondered what the stand-up scene is like there. I don't know.
I've been there. I mean, that club is in Addison, so it's not like proper Dallas.
Yeah.
I've played. There's some spot in Deep Ellum I played like a long, long time ago. I did. Was the Texas Theater? Is that Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Is that where I was an idiot when I was there once. I got a hotel last minute and it was right in the same like Dealey Plaza. But I didn't know that. I'm like, what are those fucking idiots taking pictures of the street for?
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh, the guy, they shot him over there. I'm looking out my window and people like wandering into the street to take pictures of just traffic. I'm like, what are these maniacs doing?
Well, dude, the traffic there. I mean, when Q, you ever remembers Q?
Oh, yeah.
They were talking about how like JFK is gonna like come back, like Jesus coming
JFK
back.
Jr.
Oh yeah,
Right? Wasn't.
Well, yeah, he was gonna come back, and there was like a crowd there waiting for him to like reveal all the truths. Do you remember this?
Yes.
It like caused a massive traffic jam. All these people just waiting for like an alien was gonna come down and tell them like.
Do you think that's like a supreme level of boredom or just like life's already crazy? I'm just going to believe in this.
Maybe both.
Do you think they really believe? They're just like, this makes me interesting. This riles up the family at Thanksgiving.
I know that my mom is supremely bored, and so for me, yeah, I can understand why she believes some of the stuff she does.
I was just telling Will, over like Christmas time, I went to my grandma's house for 3 days and it was just me and my grandma. So every night I have like 3 or 4 IPAs and we would just sit at the kitchen table, and she's a very Catholic woman, and we would just, and I just know all the weirdest parts of the Bible, like Revelations.
Really?
Just weird. I got really into it in college, so I have all this like just residue knowledge lying around, and I was just kind of like hitting my dab pen, drinking beers, being like, "Have you ever seen a biblically accurate picture of a angel before? It's just wings and eyeballs and fire." And she's like, "Wow, that's neat." I'm like, "Isn't that fucked? What do you think that is?"
I want to know how you got really into the Bible in college.
I went to Catholic school growing up.
Like for real or for like?
No, just like weird.
I want to argue with people correctly. Yeah.
Not like into it like in a faithful way, just
Okay.
like
Historically.
like I took a Bible class that I would just get baked before, and my professor was really cool, and he would tell us all this weird shit. Like he told us this one story about Noah's Ark, where this was in the Bible and then it got removed. Noah's Ark, his sons got him drunk and raped Noah. They raped
Yeah, dude, that was supposed to be in the movie.
Yeah, and
Wait, which movie?
Noah.
Evan Almighty with Steve Carell.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. What? Wait, there.
But weird
was
shit
a-
like that. Yeah.
There's a Noah's Ark movie.
Yeah, it's actually okay. They have
Russell Crowe.
The movie's bad, but it's got Russell Crowe, and it's got one of the best montages I've ever seen in a movie, where they like show evolution.
Okay.
It's hard to explain, but the movie's really bad. But sometime look up the Noah creation scene. It's one of the coolest scenes I've ever seen. In a movie.
And his kids fucked him.
It's loosely referenced in the movie.
Here it is. Then he, Noah, drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth, right? Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. So Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done to him. Then he said, "Cursed be Canaan."
Oh, this podcast went in a way different way than I thought it was going to go when I was watching clips and getting ready for it. First off, his kid's name's Ham.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My kid Ham. You told me to come here with a good nickname. We already got him. I'm fucking Ham. My dad's Noah. You know, the boat guy. He's a big boat guy. He's lake people. All right, wow.
We like to dive down rabbit holes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing left to do.
Good on you for going for the Bible one, though.
Yeah, just really was just asking questions about shit like this and upsetting everyone else in the classroom. But you know,
Was this upsetting to your grandma when you were showing her? Like,
I didn't bring up the Noah rape stuff, but
okay.
I brought up some other cool stuff.
Okay.
I was not trying to upset her at all.
It's grandma. You don't want to make grandma mad.
Yeah. I left this one on the table, but yeah, that class was awesome.
Yeah, I grew up with a very selective Catholicism. Like no deep dives. We know that's in there. We don't need to know that's in there.
Yeah.
Just the 10 Commandments, go to church, take a knee, do the thing.
I like imagining some king or some religious leader at some point reading that and being like, "We could take this the fuck out. Why the fuck is this still in here?"
We can't teach the whole Bible.
Yeah.
Did you? Because I felt bad about I believed in that stuff for a while, and was really scared of hell. Mm-hmm. And then a kid was drawing in the workbook, the Sunday school workbook, and just wrote 666 and everything. I'm like, this is the worst thing you could do in the world. He's like, isn't this hilarious? I'm like, no. But then he would also fart in class openly, and that was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. And I'm like, this guy contains multitudes, man.
Yeah.
I can't laugh at him. He just defaced the cartoon of Jesus with an upside down cross. But it's a killer fart, bro. I don't know. This is confusing.
Guys, we're brought to you by Southern Comfort, all right? It was created in 1874 with an innovative blend of stone fruit and spices. SoCo whiskey is the original, ready for anything spirit, satisfying on its own, and ideal in any mixed drink. It's tasteful, approachable, however you drink it, whoever you drink it with. Whiskey doesn't have to be harsh and overpowering. This is just downright delicious, man. Hey, this is when I'm done with dry Jan, I'm taking a bottle of these.
You're gonna have a glass. Get one of those big fancy ice cubes. You know, it's like the size of your fist. Mm-hmm. Drop it in there. Mm-hmm. Have a blast.
Oh, I'm gonna grab myself a bottle of Southern Comfort. I'm gonna throw on Gran Torino.
And you're gonna be on his side the first half of the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on full volume. Leave all my windows open. see what my neighbors think. Anyways, SoCo Original has medium full body texture with notes of vanilla, citrus, and stone fruit. SoCo Black is suave and complex, but welcomingly simple.
For your next pregame watch party, throwdown, or whenever you're in the mood to go pinkies out and bottoms up, pick up some SoCo. And next time you're at the bar, go ahead and order some SoCo sour shots. They're delicious and they're guaranteed to keep the party going.
Southern Comfort Spirit Whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color, 35% and 40% alcohol volume. Sazerac Company, Louisville, Kentucky. Let's get back into the episode.
I went to Catholic school and I was like, so I was at first like super terrified of hell.
Yeah.
And I remember one time this kid replaced the morning prayer we do. They always would like pick a Bible verse and have someone read it, and then we would say like a prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. And he replaced the Bible verse with like he printed out like some like satanic prayer, and someone was reading it. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, they're gonna kill him and he's going to go to hell. Like they're actually going to kill him. And it was the biggest deal. Like it was our 9/11 actually in our school. It was insane. And one time, this actually also happened. My friend brought like unleavened bread. So you know how like the Eucharist in church is like those little circular discs of bread?
Yeah.
He brought, that's just like bread you can buy. It's not like made for Catholicism.
Yeah.
And we were eating that in the hallway, and one of the priests grabbed me at the end of the day and he goes, I need to see you in my office. And he brought me in and he sat me down and he was like, you were spotted at 10:30 a.m. Distributing the Eucharist to students in the hallway. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I don't know how you got it, but what do you think is funny about distributing the body of Christ to the entire school? I was like, whoa, let's relax. And he went on this like full investigation. He thought I was like stealing, like breaking into the church and like stealing bread and giving it out. He thought I was like some spawn of Satan. It was insane. He thought I was like actually stealing the body of Christ.
But
I was just eating bread.
But instead, you were just handing out bread to your friends in the hallway.
It was.
Did he like apologize to you?
No, he's a crazy person.
I gotta say, that's an odd thing. For how old were you?
16.
Just like, hey dudes, want some bread?
Yeah.
I got all this bread.
I got a surplus. I gotta get rid of it soon.
It's Dale. I got Dale's, guys. I got Dale body of Christ. Dale BOCs. You want some Dale's?
It's a strange school. Like before they like upgraded like our library, they spent like $2 million on like a crypt for like the monks. Like they just, it's very like we have this big church. They just built a crypt underneath it, rather than like science building, library, new equipment, stuff like that.
Science isn't real.
Well,
Science is not real.
Yeah,
We're coming back from the dead. Totally real.
they borrowed
Get 'em
from
down
that
there.
budget. Yeah.
I remember when I was in 5th grade, I started watching The Amazing Atheist on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And radicalized atheist. And, like I immediately overnight was just like, you guys are dumb as fuck. I'm a genius. And was just like ranting, like going up to my dad, calling him an idiot. My dad's like, okay, man, I don't know what to tell you. So I got like really angsty. Our school would go to a like school-wide church. There was a church attached to our school, so we'd all go twice a month. And me and 3 of my friends would always get into trouble and just be fucking around and shit.
Yeah.
So they had the strategy where they put one of us in the top corner, back corner, and just four squared us, just spread us out as much as possible. But we would do this thing where, after the massive applause after the gospel or whatever, we just play the old last clap game, and they would just go,
Yep.
and then in the middle of this priest talking, in the back of just the loudest claps we could do, and people were just freaking the fuck out and getting so mad. And for a while, that was my favorite hobby to do ever.
I'm getting weirded out by that. You clapped after the parts of church?
Yeah, we clapped in
that part,
church.
like-
You would applaud.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, really?
We just went to church. Nobody was excited to be at church. You're just like, all right, is church over? Let's go. Like, nobody clapped at the end of church.
We would always have big claps after like a song or something. I don't know. We got fired up.
What?
Yeah, we loved it.
You're radicalized.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's also another time where I forget what this is called, but this is what started my brief radical atheism.
Yeah.
Or at least led me down that path. Was I forget what it's called in church, but they bring out this. It's this metal container. It's smoke comes out of it, and it's on like a
Oh, I know. Yeah, it
The
smells really good.
Frankincense.
it's something where like they're like
Yeah.
they bring it out, and it's not, they don't do it during regular mass. It's whatever it is, they bring it out, and
It's for like Christmas Eve. They do it.
I don't know, but
This thing, the Riggle.
Yeah.
maybe,
That,
but they
like, Kill Bill ball. Full of good smells. Yeah.
hot Asian chick just fully like really good at it.
Yeah. Now I'm going to church. Yeah.
But
Thurible.
they say that Jesus Christ appears. I don't know if this is it, but he appears when you do this thing. Like he's literally in the church. I remember being like, "Whoa, Jesus Christ is about to show up. This is gonna be fucking crazy." And like, this is nuts. Can't believe this. I didn't know this was a thing. It was after school, and a bunch of the adult teachers at my school, they bring out, this old dude brings out the smoking metal thing,
Yeah.
and then they all run to the altar, drop to their knees, and start bawling. And there's nothing there. There's nothing in front of them. I remember looking at my friends being like,
You didn't know Jesus was a genie? A little lamp on a string?
but just watching these adults convince themselves and just suspend disbelief and really believe that, I was like, they were bawling their eyes out. And I remember going,
Yeah, that reminds me of those like mega church TV clips you see where like someone's like can't walk and they're crying and the priest is like hits them on the head and they can walk again. That's what I get like weird vibes.
You ever seen that video? Emily, would you pull this up? Priest baptizing baby too hard.
Oh, and you like,
He really dunks the shit out of it. There's multiple. That's great.
ran him through the gravy like a beef.
Oh wait, no. This one's this one's upsetting. Don't put this. That one is just a priest hitting an infant. I think this is when he drops him. This is great too.
Oh.
No, leave it. It's good.
Somebody.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
That was the fifth one this week. I'm losing my touch.
You gotta stop drinking.
Oh.
His face.
Oh my God.
If there's any proof that there's not a God, it's that right there. It's that happened right there.
Oh my God. All right. No more. No
Through this gesture, you will be welcome to the kingdom of heaven. Oh, your little face. Oh, your tiny little face.
Oh, this is the one I was talking about, actually.
Look at just the blurry motion.
Have you seen where they add over the soundbite? Where's the money, Lebowski? And he's dunking the baby. Where's the money, shithead?
Wow. What?
Dude, this is
Oh my
crazy.
God.
The little kid's backing up.
Oh my God. You're like
Yeah.
not supposed to shake a baby.
That guy does not work there.
That's just somebody's Uber driver.
Where is that? I got.
Looks like Russia.
That's got. Yeah, that's got like a.
That can't be on U.S. soil.
That's got the kind of like where they make churches out of bones kind of vibe to it.
There's got to be moss
Oh, it's
growing
in
on the side.
Cyprus.
Where's that?
Where's Cyprus? That sounds like an island.
It's a country.
That is in
Or,
the Mediterranean, I believe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You ever done stand up overseas, Kyle?
Yeah, I've been over to a few places. Now it sounds like I'm bragging. Yeah, no, I've done Europe and Australia. I've done Asia.
What was Asia
So-
like?
I used to go to South Korea a few times because they're like, people go there like after school, they go to teach English. And in Seoul, there's this huge population of just expats and people there to teach English. It's weird. Like they have America Town, like we have Chinatown here.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, oh, I can't wait to try some Korean food. Like, we're sick of Korean food. This guy makes the best meatball sandwiches. Like he's traveled the world and he figured out how to make the best meatball sandwich. I'm like, well, I like those too. So let's go over there. But so they would have they have a little comedy scene over there. And it was awesome. It was like such a neat, I don't think I would have ever gotten off my ass to go to South Korea to travel. Everybody's like, I'm going to see the world.
Yeah.
And then how many people actually check themselves on it and do it and like pick up and travel.
Yeah.
And so because comedy, I got to go to those spots and I was pretty good about agreeing to like real weirdo stuff. I was like drunk in some bar. And somebody's like, yeah, you ride motorcycles? I'm like, yeah, I ride motorcycles. Like, I rode one once, and I just wanted to be cool in front of this guy. Like, all right, tomorrow morning, we're going to ride up the coast. I'm like, sounds great, dude. And I was on the biggest piece of shit Korean motorcycle, like, on a Korean highway. Like, you got to stop lying like this, man. I didn't die, but I stalled it in a lot of traffic a lot of times, and that was a good memory, though. I didn't die, so it's cool.
Do you feel like the audiences in other countries are different than American audiences, or do they laugh at the same jokes?
They're the exact same. They're the exact
I've
same.
seen the same guy. I got one fan. He spends a lot of money. No, what was frustrating there is you go all the way over there and you realize that it's okay. It's not just Americans. It's people from all over that came to teach English, or especially China's got a bit of an Alaska vibe of like, oh, you fucked something up from where you're from, and now you're here because you're a scumbag. But you're like, man, not anything goes in Beijing. You're like, I don't think it does, but for you maybe. And just like to do a show like two people that are just gonna like talk in the front row. Like, I came halfway around the world. If you're not liking this, just go somewhere else. Like, I'm like angry at people that aren't watching a show because English is their fifth language they know. And I'm like, go speak what you want to speak out there. I'm sorry, I'm not entertaining you. I don't know how to like. So that was me managing my expectations incorrectly, but otherwise, people are just happy you came. Like, you went somewhere to do comedy. Like, oh, thanks. Yeah, people get a little more or less island fever because you don't have to speak Korean to go there to teach English to Koreans. Everybody like, so you speak Korean? They're like, no. A bunch of Asian teenagers come into my classroom, and I'm like, apple. And then they'll say it in Korean. You're like, sure, whatever, but it's apple.
So South Korea, what was the other place you went to?
I did China. I did Malaysia. I've been to Australia a few times. I did Mexico. I did some countries in Europe, like UK and Germany.
Did you shoot any of your specials outside of the U.S.?
No. I kind of played it safe and stuck with a American English-speaking audience.
Good call.
Yeah, because it's even dumber. Like, you go to some place like England. Of course, they speak English, and the references are the same. But you're like, so is that Taco Bell? You guys got Taco Bell? You know what Taco Bell is? Mexican food. You know what Mexico is? And you're like, they stop treating them like they're 7 years old. They know what this stuff is. But yeah, it's a great excuse to go. I don't know, get drunk, get a stamp on the passport, have a good time.
Maybe Black Rifle send you to go perform for the troops.
Something tells me my material doesn't really blend with the troops so much.
Dude.
No, actually, honestly, I would do any gig that seems like it might scare me. I have to do it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Who did the one in front of the prisoners? I saw
There's been a bunch.
Jeff
of us.
Ross.
I think Jeff Ross did one for
Would you do that?
Well, because it seems terrifying, yeah.
What's the scariest gig you've ever had?
I shot a thing with Kurt Braunohler where he was, do you know Kurt? Kurt, he's great. He's a stand-up and actor, and he always has like ridiculous ideas. He's like, I want to jet ski the length of the Mississippi, but it was to raise goats. It was to raise money to get goats and chickens to like villages in Africa because those are sustainable food sources. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, this is preposterous. But so he was jet skiing the Mississippi, and he got to, it was southern Tennessee, northern Alabama, like somewhere around there. Like, they stopped at some lake, and he's like, all right, well, I met him there for that stint, and we like rode jet skis around the lake, did a sketch. He's like, then we're going to do stand-up at this biker bar, like a lake biker bar in northern Alabama. And it's the middle of the day on a weekday. So, where are we going to get a crowd in the middle of nowhere? And the bar owner's like, I can get people. And he just called up a bike gang, because that's who's not working in the middle of the day, is a actual motorcycle gang. Not like sober riders for Christ or anything, like a legitimate criminal enterprise. And that was who was there. And it was, I saw the one guy like talk like, all right, there's Hollywood cameras and everything. And the main bike dude legit had a spider web tattooed on his face. Like when you when you make up something scary and you're like too far, it sounds ridiculous, and then this guy shows up, name's Big Bear, and his spider web across his face, and he went to the producer's hand. He's like, seeing as we're doing you a favor, it'd be awful nice if like a bunch of buckets of Budweiser showed up on the tables, and he was shaking the guy's hand. He's like, and did the squeeze, did like the crush his hand, like be awful nice if we saw some Budweisers, and me and Kurt were like. It's a crew of like 5 people that are shooting it, and then me and Kurt. It's not like, call security or like. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go prison rules, and I'm gonna make fun of the biggest guy, and if everybody else is laughing, then I know I'm safe. And so I made fun of the dude Big Bear. I wound up having a fun set, but I was like, I think we might get the shit kicked out of us here because there's not law down there. And we were also...
They are the lawmen.
They're the entire enterprise of the city down there. And we were also wearing like fake biker vests because Kurt's thing was like, what if we started jet ski gang? So we're called like the wet ones. And it was clearly plastic leather vests that we're wearing on stage for the bit. So I'm like making fun of their whole thing. Well, like I'm going to get my ass kicked in a swimsuit and a pleather motorcycle vest. But then they were fun, and after we're like, all right, that was a pretty good time, guys.
That's great.
Blues Brother kind of vibe afterwards. I'm like, all right, nice.
Have you done a scary set where like it didn't pay off? Like that sounds like it went pretty well, but you take a risk and then.
Yeah, I think in my younger days of like, again, like what you're saying, you're like activated atheists or very aggressive. Like, these people need to hear the truth, and they're going to hear it from me.
Going for clapter.
And they're just like, way to go, dude. We're going to watch you walk to your car in the parking lot. Yeah, that was some early days. And like, I remember one gig in Chicago where like the directions to the bar, it was in Wisconsin in the wintertime. They're like, all right, it's the bar that's behind the Green Bay Packers bar. So there's like a plot of land with a bar, and then just go behind it. There's another bit like double wide trailer that's also a bar. And it's like, there's lots of snowmobile crowds. So people, you can't get a DUI in a snowmobile. So that's who was there. And as the headliner was this fella, and he's a black guy. And there wasn't a lot of black guys at the snowmobile bar in Wisconsin.
Surprising.
And and he's doing his jokes. He's getting along. And then somebody's like, get a rope. And he's like, oh, that's a funny one. And then afterwards, I'm like, man, I said that. He's like, I got a fucking 44 in the car right now, dude. I will get the fucking gun. I will shoot these motherfuckers. And I'm like, I was drunk, but I'm like, I got to go home. This guy might shoot up this trailer bar.
Holy fucking shit.
But that was, I don't know. You do enough. You say yes to enough stupid stuff in the name of like getting stage time or making a few bucks. So... off the top of my head, a lot of it's been scary. A lot of it's been just weirdo. Oh, doors are locked. We're staying late. Like, I don't want to stay late, but it's hospitality. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll snort that or drink that. Fuck, man.
I just did my first 2 headlining like road dates last week, and did not think about at all what I was putting in my body. Because I flew to Raleigh. I ate at an airport for 2 days straight and just like was bouncing, and got to the Buffalo show, and I was like, "This is." I think like you just get hit with that just like full body wave of diarrhea, and you just like it shuts you down like. And I'm
the shakes.
Oh my god! I'm sitting in the green room.
Got that black rifle diarrhea. Dude. That's shooting through you. That's what black rifle does.
The show started in 30 minutes, and I was just like. I don't know what I'm going to do, dude. And I was just looking at, like, the green room was small, and I didn't want to, it was my buddy Rob and Zach, I didn't want to do that to them. And so I just had to go to the normal bathroom at Helium and just let it go there. And people were walking in, talking about the show, talking about me. And I was just terrified in there. And then but I talked about it a little bit on stage, and we got over it. But that was the biggest lesson I learned on doing 2 dates was, holy fuck, I can't ever let that happen again. Yep. That was the most scared I've ever been. Because I'm like, just sitting back there like, can I have a ginger ale? Yeah. Just like, oh, fuck, oh my God.
What do you do if they call you while you're mid-diarrhea?
Dude, I was terrified. I was really nervous. I was like, they're never going to book me again. They're going to be like, he showed up and had diarrhea for 45 minutes on the stage.
I really, if a comedy club's worst experience with a headliner is like, well, he's had a little upset stomach. I think they had a good weekend. I think they're all right. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, please, yeah.
I play like Madison, Wisconsin's great. Like Comedy on Saturday, recorded an album there and everything.
Yeah.
And it's 2 gals that run it, and they're phenomenal. And they don't look like it, but they will drink anybody under the table at any moment. Just 2 Greek sisters that don't look like. They look like almost like Kardashian-esque ladies, but they're like, all right, now we're doing shots. I'm like, I don't want to do shots with you ladies. And I remember sitting out there, and one of them just comes out like, yeah, you were on stage, Kyle. Somebody threw up during your show. I was like, oh, somebody threw up during my show? They're like, somebody throws up at all your shows. I would like to bring a better clientele, but it's also the same weekend that like 2 brothers in not matching, but like a coordinating Black Flag T-shirts got in a fight with each other over who owed who a beer or something. And I'm getting on stage, and my buddy Matt Knudsen was open for me. He's like, I was standing there, and I watched one of them. You get on stage, he goes, Kyle, they're kicking me out. Save me, man. I can't get to a show. And then they're kicking him out. He's like, getting kicked out of a Kinane show for being too drunk? Come on. That was the same place where somebody barfs at every one of my shows. Like, all right, my shows are for everybody, you know.
It's like that video of that guy getting pulled over, and he's on live stream. He's like, Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me. Donald Trump. Have you not seen that?
I've never seen
Oh,
that.
Emily, look this up.
Dude,
Have you seen this,
awesome.
Kyle?
No.
Oh, this is my favorite video of all time. Nope.
Oh, wow.
These all look like they could be the culprits.
Look up.
Hell of a mug.
He's in a car. Guy getting pulled over, asking Donald Trump to save him.
I had diarrhea during a fire alarm once at school.
Oh, no way.
You know?
That's brutal. What'd you do?
They come in and they check the bathrooms, and I tried to lift my legs up because they look under the stall. They told me to leave, and I was like, I don't know what I have diarrhea. I'm not coming out.
This is it.
Oh, he's live streaming?
Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald Trump, please. I'm asking you. Please save me. Please save me. Please get these people away from me.
What's he getting? He's just not use a turn
Dear
signal or
God's name,
something.
please stop these truth.
What the hell? You're making them antsy. That's how you scare a cop.
Yeah. Taking a quick break to talk to you about
Prize Picks.
It's a skill-based, real money daily fantasy sports game. You guys know how it works. We've been talking about this forever. You pick 2 6 players, and you just choose if they will go more or less than the Prize Picks projections. You can win up to 25 times your money on any entry.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bet on the NFL. Of course, you can bet on soccer. You can bet on hockey, video games, but we like the NFL, and we're going to let's find our boy Jared Goff.
More.
271.5 yards. That's going to be more against the Bucs.
We're going to do rush yards. CJ Stroud more.
What's Christian McCaffrey?
90.5 more.
Against who?
The Packers.
More. Let's just do that.
I'm confident in that. Put 100. Place that entry, man.
Prize Picks is currently operational in over 30 states and Canada, not Ontario. Calm down. Maybe one day. Prize Picks is the best way to have action in the game, like states like California, Florida, Texas, Georgia, and over 70% of the United States. Guys, just do your research, figure out where it's legal, and let's have some fun.
And let's get back into the episode
with Kyle Kinane.
XR102, Kyle Kinane. Do you guys want to do some characters?
Yes. So, little segment we do a little introduce a character, set it up.
Yeah.
Just kind of improvise, roll with it.
Yeah. Play around.
You have one. You want to start?
Yeah. Wait, do you have that paper also?
Yes, it's right outside the door.
All right, I'll grab that after. We can do that after. But I got to remember the names I got for this one.
The names are very important.
No, I got the notes, and I was like, hell yeah, this is up my alley.
All right, you're Spider Joe, and you are Shoes Davis.
Okay.
My name is Ryan, and we're just friends talking about what we want to do tonight. Friday night.
Okay.
Spider, you were saying that bar downtown is doing like some special, right?
Yeah.
It
It's like a 2-for-1. It's
Yeah.
a liquor sponsor kind
Why
of.
don't we just do that?
Yeah, we could do that, or there's like there's this big hornet's nest under my back deck, and I was thinking maybe we all come over and spray with like a hose or take it, destroy it, however would be the most fun way to do it.
You want us to destroy your hornet's nest tonight?
I could really use some
before we go out, or
I don't know how long it's going to take. I could really use some backup on this. Honestly, it's not really there's something about the nest that's a little tricky. I'm not.
Is it that it's a hornet's nest? Is that the tricky part?
Well, yesterday I go out there and I see it and I hit it with the hose.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. I think
Yeah.
I come back the next day and this morning and it grew back already twice the size.
Okay.
So
Absorbed it.
I hit it with the hose again, and now it grew back and it's in the exact shape of my face.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know exactly what's going on with it.
Are they honoring you or are they threatening you?
That's what's been kind of
Okay.
I don't want to go home alone is what I'm saying, because I don't know if it's honoring me. Great, I'm God. If it's a threat, I'd love if you guys could help me take this thing down.
Because what if they were just like thirsty?
Yeah.
And like, oh, this guy brought us water.
I would hope for that, but
I'm starting to wonder maybe you call there's guys for that. To come kill it.
Yeah.
You tried?
Exterminator. They're called exterminator. Yeah.
I just now I kind of have like this attachment to it. I kind of like I want to see where this goes. I feel like for me as a man, I have to defeat this hornet's nest. Otherwise,
spite. Have they stung you?
No, they've all landed on me at once.
Mm-hmm. Every single one has
like covered me, but they don't sting.
I'll be honest. I could do this tonight.
I could do this tonight.
Yeah.
A couple beers.
Yeah, I would like to get some of the drink specials first, but then afterwards.
We could get fucked up and then hit with the thing.
I would like to do that.
Okay, cool. And then there's just like there's a bunch of other critters in my backyard that like something's digging a hole, but it's so like I can get through the tunnel. It's that big of a I don't know what's burrowing in my backyard. Mm-hmm. It's not destroying any of my plants. It's definitely not a mole or anything.
It's person sized.
It's person sized.
Like crawling or walk through.
Like you could crawl on all fours.
How
actually.
deep does it go?
I stopped going through. I'm trying to set up I got an extension cord and I'm just throwing lights down there right now. But like, I mean they dug vents, so there's oxygen. So technically we could just check it out tonight. I didn't want to go down and get lost and nobody know where I was and shit.
Right.
Yeah, you don't do the breadcrumbs thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I might need a couple more drinks other than the couple for the hornet's nest because it seems like a bigger job.
This is a big. I'm thinking about just throwing like a rope around my waist and then you guys just hanging out, tied around a stump or something, pull me out if I need to.
One tug, you're fine. Two tugs, pull me.
Get
back
me the fuck out of there.
Situation.
Yeah.
One thing I'm a little worried about, just based on this story, is the trend of. I feel like once we get back, this hornet's nest is going to be way bigger.
I don't know what the shape or size of it is going to be at this point in time because it feels like now that the hornet's nest is when I'm not looking a full body. Mm-hmm. It's like taking the shape of a human. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is what's digging. I don't know. Maybe it came from the ground. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm scared, and I think there's something religious happening. I think there's something with the deity, ancient or
Except
otherwise.
you might be the deity.
That's what. Yeah, I don't even.
Except you're afraid of your subjugates. Now this is getting. Actually, I think I want to go into this totally sober.
Yeah.
Now that we're getting there,
we might want to lock in a little bit.
I could see some DMT and then we try it.
Okay. Yeah, I think we might find. It might be. We could communicate in that fashion.
With the DMT.
Potentially, yeah.
I mean, like, we'd bring walkie-talkies for the tunnel, too. We'd communicate that way, walkie-talkies.
If I have an excuse to use walkie-talkies, I'm gonna do it.
I'm saying 10-4 regularly.
Yeah. Maybe then after we finish up, we could just like kind of tune those to see if we can pick up like fuck with truckers or something.
Oh yeah, man, we can follow some fire trucks around.
Yeah, that
we can structure fire.
That does sound like a good time.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that once the hornets see me, though, that I'm now part of it forever.
That's the thing, is I feel like no matter what, my soul's forever tainted because of this, and I feel like I can't get into heaven now, if that makes sense.
What if you wear a hornet mask to confront the hornets?
Do you have one? We could paper mache something.
I can. Yeah, I mean,
Let's paper mache.
Yeah,
like there's probably a piñata you could just wear.
Great idea. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, you guys want to hit the bar after work and then just drive full speed to my house and get this thing done?
Yeah,
right.
I like it. I already
Sick.
got walkie-talkies in the truck. So
Yeah.
Perfect. This is gonna be great.
All right.
I love you. I love you guys. Love you guys.
Love you, man.
Left.
Love you, man.
Seriously, love you,
Seriously.
man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Man, love you.
Wow.
Love you. Great. All right, that's
All right.
that's all I thought of last night. I had nothing. I was just like, I just want to. There's a hornet's nest I'm trying to take out and invite you guys over.
Dude, have you ever seen those hornet's nests?
I was wondering the dismount procedure.
Have you ever seen those hornet's nests that are like, no joke, like 10 feet wide and they're in the ground and they go like 5 feet down? They look like giant chandeliers. It's insane.
Where are these showing up at? Like, what part of the world?
Yeah, click on some of these. Keep going. Keep
Is
scrolling.
this from your real life? Do you have a hornet's nest at your house right now?
No, but I
Okay.
used to paint houses and I would have to take out hornets and bees all the time. There was 2 summers of my life where I was at war with hornets. I tried to save as many bees.
What's the protocol?
I would get hornets
Fog it? What do you
spray.
do? Yeah.
And just like get at an angle where I know like they're gonna get confused, and
Yeah.
just I would 2 lines of fire is a great way to do it. Just overlapping rounds, and I would have my buddy with the hose and me with the hornet spray. Like hose is just fucking knocking them out, and I'm just taking them out because the spray will kill them immediately. Carpenter bees, you don't want to fuck around with carpenter bees. You're painting houses, you're gonna have to deal with those. They
Which one's
burrow
that?
they burrow into wood.
Yeah.
They make their hives inside
really?
of wood. They're mean motherfuckers.
Anyone seen those like beekeeper TikToks and they're like so peaceful with the bees and it's just like their favorite activity to do.
Bees are great.
Well, 'cause-
Hornets fuck.
And bees, are, like, if you're freaking out, that's when bees freak out. So you're forced to be calm. Like, that's when I did acupuncture a couple times. And I was like, I don't think the acupuncture itself works, but I have to lay still because I have all these needles in me. So it's forcing me to chill out. And I'm like, oh, maybe this is why it works.
Yeah.
And this tiny Asian woman gives me a hug at the end and tells me have a good day. I'm like, I do feel better. I don't know if it's...
One of the nicest things is when I was painting houses, there was this guy had a bunch of weed plants right next to his this little walkway area. It was all deck in his house. There was this giant hornet's nest, and I didn't have to take it out, but I wanted to, and I like positioned myself where I didn't fuck with any of his plants, didn't even touch them, and just hit it and knocked it all out. And he just walks out of his house and he goes, "I watched that whole thing, man." And just grabs a huge bag of weed and goes, "You deserve this." He was like, "You did not have to do that." And I was like, "Fuck yes." He's like, "The way you avoid my plants, seriously, thank you."
Kind of hoping this is what the reward was going to be after this. I was kind of planning on it.
Angus, do you have any?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just...
Wait,
There's
We're
one
just
video...
learning about bees right
There's
now.
this guy that pours... What's up? There's this guy that pours like molten metal and it fills the entire nest and then he digs it up and it's a piece of art. So like essentially it's like a mold. In the ground.
That's like the Body Worlds exhibit. You ever go to that? They had it. It's where it's... they found out later, like, oh, people donated their bodies to science.
Oh, yes.
But then it was just random dead people they got. But they would pour it, like, take the body and put epoxy into the arteries. So then that's the only thing that remained of the body is the full vein structure.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
I went to it at the museum here, and I'm thinking like, oh, it's going to be respectful towards the human remains. It's like the one guy's like on a horse, like a cowboy. Like, this isn't respectful at all. This is like, I feel bad for being here.
Yeah,
because the horse was also just a dead, skinless. Like it was just a whole exhibit of Iron Maiden covers. So that part of me, like 50-year-old me, like this fucking rules, and the adult trying to be more sensitive part of me is like, I don't think this is ethical. I got questions about how they found these bodies.
Okay, this is I got one right. I got a good name. This is Marty Cardigan. Okay, so
Nice.
I'm a Chick-fil-A cashier, and I'm handing you your food, and I forgot to give you a straw.
Oh, okay.
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 All right, my pleasure. There you go, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful day.
Can I get a straw for the drink?
Oh my God, I am so sorry. This never happens.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Just a straw.
Sure. Just so you know, it's policy. I'm supposed to bring over the manager.
I don't.
Mr. Muchik.
Yeah.
I forgot a straw again. and I'm sorry.
When
and
are you gonna stop fucking up and making me get mad at you?
Sorry.
What day
sir.
are you gonna come into work and say I'm not gonna fuck up today and make me the fucking bad guy?
Yeah, the lid. These lids come off so easy. I can just drink it. I can just drink it.
No. This. I'll get you a straw.
Answer me.
I've just had a really tough week. This is my third job I'm working today.
You have other lines of employment, so you don't need this job that badly. Then
I need this job more than anything.
then stop fucking up.
Sir, the store policy that you get to choose my punishment, and I humbly accept whatever fate you choose for me.
This is a Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
This is he's been fucking up.
I'll hold them underwater for a while if you want me to. I'll make him think like he's never going to breathe again.
But okay, that's. I don't think we have to go that far.
I'll do sex stuff to him.
I mean, I was thinking just like a quick, like hand in the fryer. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
You were
like,
so generous,
but
sir.
quick though, like not like for like the sex stuff.
A moment in the fryer.
Well, what sex stuff?
Well, it's mostly involving plastics. I'm going to fit as much stuff in I don't even want to, like your butt, I feel like you would enjoy. I want to verbally do sex stuff to you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to paint pictures that your mind can never erase.
Would it be all right if I'm unconscious for it this time? Or
No.
Yeah.
No.
Fair.
Then it's not a punishment. Then it's just me doing this shit to an unconscious guy.
Correct.
Thinking maybe the hand in the fryer is the best.
Hand
bet
in the
for
fryer. You
right?
were so generous. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Just hand in the dryer, and you can audit it.
You, sir, you're
Flash fry.
You just tell me when.
That done. No, that's good. Yeah, that's okay. It's not good for you. It's
Thank you, sir.
okay. That smells great. I didn't want to admit it that way.
It does smell good.
Have you been happy with your experience so far?
I think that, I mean, put a dessert on top of it. I'm not going to be mad. But
Maybe we throw in a dessert for him.
Maybe you throw in a dessert for him.
And by dessert,
Is
do
that
you
my
mean-
job? Do I go get fucking orders, or do you do what the customer says?
I do what the customer says. Did you mean dessert as in, would you like one of our many delicious treats, a shake, a pastry, or by dessert did you mean maybe another punishment?
well, like a just dessert.
Okay, so another punishment. Yeah. I could say a penance maybe to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who's watching me in this moment. So,
Have you ever caned him?
No. Where do you is on the
I think
knee?
we could just get a bunch of these straws that he didn't give me. Clearly, you got some left because I didn't get one.
Yeah.
You tie a bunch of those together. That's got to be the same as a reed.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I can't believe I'm getting excited about this. I'm still, my food's getting cold. I'm just wondering where this is going to go.
I'd love to pick your brain sometime because every idea you've had so far is shit that I'm not even.
This is stuff I'm not supposed to think, but now you're opening up. I mean, this is Chick-fil-A. God is watching here.
This is the avenue. Feed us.
Can't
your
do
ideas.
this on a Sunday.
Can I get your number? I would like love. If you have any more of these punishment ideas, just fucking open channel.
I'm having so many right now. I am just like
having
an
such
open
a good
seat.
time.
I'm in awe of you. I really am,
No,
man.
you want to get a bandage on that? Because I mean, they're not going to let you work at the other job.
Would I
with the hand that
be
looks like
allowed
that.
to bandage it?
You put an oven mitt on it. Put some Vaseline in an oven mitt and put it on there. That's your best bet on.
I mean, I've done that for other things. But, you know what I'm talking about. That's a different kind of punishment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
God,
I don't know. Like, I mean, I still don't have a straw. By the
so
way.
you're gonna. At one point in time, you're gonna go get the straw.
I'm gonna get the straw.
Good for you. Good for you.
Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah, use your good hand. I
And
don't
thank,
want
sir, thank you so much for demonstrating your mercy. And
Oh,
power.
I mean, hey, you betcha. I'm not here to be a jerk, you know. That whole customer's always right. It's such it's BS, you know. Sometimes
you're cool.
you're having a rough day, like you said.
Well, it's my pleasure to
Yeah,
serve you.
yeah.
So thank
Yeah,
you.
dude.
Sure.
Seriously, anytime. Any no stupid ideas. Send my way.
Okay, that's great because I'm just looking at the kitchen area there, and there are just implements. Oh, I did serve in the war, and
Right.
so I'm looking at the stuff that I've seen, the stuff that you can be doing back here.
You could turn anything into
Oh, you got deep fry, you got stuff under the fingernails. That's the easy one.
It's Guantanamo Bay back there.
The bamboo. Is that they did like the bamboo stuff on?
Yeah,
stuff like
bamboo
that?
when you can find it.
Fuck yeah.
But I'm thinking, you just put some pepper packets under there. For the layperson, for somebody not trained in
Dude,
the high art of pain tolerance, that'll do enough for him.
I am I am a fucking white belt. I'm talking to you right now.
I believe you got hot sauce back there, right?
Yeah, we
that
do.
stuff. You see that in the eyes? That is wild.
He's being humble. He's great.
Okay.
Shut the
See my smile?
Well, that's how you get the loyalty out of the employee. I mean, I know minimum wage equals minimum effort, but I think you went above and beyond. You went right in for the hand.
Yeah.
You called him on it.
Yeah.
He's never going to tell you this because he's humble, but none of these are my original teeth.
Wow.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know that.
I don't know. I think you're. I think you should
Did he?
be proud of that.
Did he
stuff.
bounce? Did he bounce him off the shake mixer? Did he bounce him off the shake mixer?
I don't know.
That's the sturdiest piece of equipment I'm seeing back here.
I'm not allowed to get his secrets out.
Go.
You see right through me. You see exactly. You're 5 steps ahead.
Kaboom! Like Yahtzee dice
Yeah,
on the ground right after that. I can tell. I, knew
I
that's
have
where that
them
was
if you
going.
want them too. I keep them in a little fucking shaker jar.
You make a necklace out of them if you really want to psychologically. Oh, the new ones look great though. The new ones look.
Thank you.
I mean,
they hurt so bad.
Okay, well, I don't know what kind of insurance you got here, so you know.
He just kind of fixes me up.
Yeah, just me.
Oh, really? Hey, knock them down, build them back up stronger.
Yeah.
That is
the towers.
That's good leadership. Yeah, the towers.
All right. Well, we'll get your contact info and when can you start?
Seriously, Mike inside.
Okay. All right, that's it.
That's fun. That's fun.
That's too good.
Yeah, just they always Chick-fil-A employees always feel like they have a gun to the back of their head. I feel like, and the way they say "my pleasure" to everything. I don't know if you've been recently.
I haven't, but are they?
They have
beholden to the Lord.
They are. Yeah, they always say "my pleasure" everything you say. It's like you can tell it's like trickled down from the top. You know what I mean? My pleasure.
I like that, like the subtle religious fast food elements.
Yeah.
I mean, at least In-N-Out's open on a Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least they know the heathens get hungry for a burger on the day of our Lord.
All right, I got one more.
Let's do it.
Let me get my audio part of this prepared. Sorry. Taking a quick break to talk to you again about BetterHelp, guys. It's around the new year. We get obsessed with how to change ourselves instead of just expanding on what we're already doing right. Maybe you've finally organized one part of your space and you just want to tackle another. Or maybe you're taking supplements every morning and now you want to actually eat breakfast too. Therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick.
Yes, this isn't going to be new year, new you. This is new year, same you improved. Love yourself. BetterHelp's going to guide you through that and help you improve yourself, improve your life, and love yourself.
It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge, okay?
Celebrate the progress you've already made, guys. Visit betterhelp.com/beers today to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/beers.
All right, you are a white trash father. Your name is Randy Jackson. And you are
like the Randy Jackson,
just a different one.
Okay,
coincidental.
And you're reading a passage from your white trash diary.
Oh, okay, all right.
Are we like his kids?
No, we're just this is all Kyle.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay, all right. And this is from my diary. Am I reading it just
like a voiceover of?
Okay. I fought my son 2 days ago. And for the first time in 18 years, he won. I always knew this day would come, but it was still a surprise. It started at his JV basketball game. He went 1-4 from the free throw line, fouled out in the third quarter. We were driving home, and after 5 minutes of complete silence, I said, "If you're going to play like that, I'm not coming to any more of the games." And he said, "Fuck you, you're a loser, and you've never accomplished anything." I immediately crossed 3 lanes and pulled over on the side of the highway. Second, I threw my turn signal on, he unbuckled his seatbelt. That intimidated me. I knew by the way he unbuckled, he wasn't afraid anymore. I left the truck running, hit my hazards, and we went to war. Hotel California came on the radio right as we started. It was perfect. His jacket flapped in the wind from the passing cars. I was thinking to myself, this motherfucker looks awesome right now. Anakin versus Obi-Wan, Neo versus Agent Smith, Tony Soprano versus Bobby Bacala. He shot for my legs, dropped me and got in a full mount. Started raining down fists and elbows. It was over in seconds. We sat in the truck and cried until we started laughing. I drove us to Sizzler, and I blacked out on Modelo's. He drove us home, and fireman carried me inside. And fireman carried me inside. I had the craziest dreams that night. Weird shit, like gay shit involving dudes I haven't seen since high school. When I woke up, I thought I had dreamt the fight too, but then I saw my reflection in the mirror. I saw what he did to me. I saw that my boy had turned into a man.
White Trash Diaries.
I think going to Sizzler and blacking out of Modelo's just sounds like a great day.
Great.
We did that one time.
Yeah, we did do that.
Yeah, man. You just keep eating there, right? They don't kick you out.
Yeah.
It's painful to eat at the Sizzlers. There's so much food. And the Modelo's, we got like literally 40-ounce Modelo's.
Oh, we went to Big Bear and we were fucking just sat at Sizzler for like 3 hours.
Ripped a hole in my fucking stomach.
It sounds like a great day.
It was an awesome time.
Yeah, dude, you have a fantastic voice.
Yeah, that was the perfect voice to do that.
I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing here. Let me get into the old VO career again.
I always wonder this. Do you hate the sound of your own voice? Because basically everyone does. But you have such a good voice. I mean, you get paid to voice act, you know?
Yeah, but I never thought, people do impressions of you, and you're like, that's not what I sound like. And then you got to like look back at clips or something like, that's what I sound like.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Kyle Kinane. I'm like, that's not me. And then I have to watch stand-up clips. I'm like, that's me. All right.
Yeah.
All right, you got me. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's worse things. At least I sound tough.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't back it up at all, but at least I can do the truck commercial voice if I
Yeah.
need to.
When Bryan Cranston dies, you got to take Ford over.
Oh, man.
yeah.
Give me something. Come on, man. People, come on. Give me something, guys.
Black Rifle Coffee?
Fucking fine, dude. Black Rifle. Because when the elevators aren't working because there's a terrorist attack, you got to get up 200 flights of stairs. Why'd they put the nursery on the top floor? I don't know. Black Rifle Coffee shoot you up them stairs. Save them kids.
Too good.
Oh fuck!
That's great.
All right, man. I think that's a walk off right there.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I was doing a character or not.
Oh,
that's the high point. We should end on a high point.
No, if you have one.
You want to
please.
try one? Let's see if it's
Yes,
yeah.
Okay, and thank you. No one ever brings characters.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw. I was like nervous, but I'm like, okay, I don't want to think about it too much. Seems pretty. All right, we'll just go for it.
All right, fuck.
That's
Okay, my name's Crumbs Lamond, and I'm. You guys are coming to the rescue shelter, and I'm trying to sell you on a pit bull.
Okay.
Oh, guys, thank you for coming in.
thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. So you're looking for what are you looking for?
Something small.
Yeah, when I was a
Okay,
kid,
sure.
I had a pit bull, and
okay.
I just think that I want to have that dog again. You know, when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're in luck. I got just adorable. You right here. She's behind the glass, and this is Clementine.
Oh.
Guys, look at Clementine there. I think she's a little sweet. We're working on her. She was saved from a structure fire. The owners believe that she had started it, but yeah, and she's a little sweetheart there. She just needs a loving home.
She's shaking violently.
Yeah, it's. We found out that if it's calm, that is what upsets her. She thrives in chaos. So we got clam. Okay, see that now she's wagging her tail there.
Okay.
She's behind glass. The other dogs are all in one. She's got a bit of a Hannibal Lecter setup.
Well,
Yeah.
she's not really good with other dogs or cats or kids or most.
We have a cat at home.
Not for long. But I mean, Clementine, you got to look at just the intrinsic value of one animal versus the other here.
Okay.
She's we're pretty tired around here. We have to light fireworks to get her to go to sleep, which has been she's a noisy night around here. I'll tell you. She wakes up, you got to throw some 1M80 will put her out for about 45 minutes. And,
Yeah.
She's not breaking eye contact.
No, you shouldn't look right at her. You shouldn't look.
I feel like I can't look away at this.
Well, that is that's called missile lock around here.
Yeah.
That's what we call that.
It is a little unsettling. She's been just on two legs this entire time. Is that normal?
Normal is such a subjective term when it comes to old Clem here. You know, it's kind of we really think that dogs kind of take on the personality, and reflect the energy of a household. So
Right.
if we can get her into a household that, is the opposite of whatever she's got going on here, and you seem like a couple of mellow,
Maybe.
relaxed kind of guys.
She hasn't been neutered, which is I respect. I respect that move.
Yeah.
Something about those nipples are quite
she
human.
held belly full of light switches down there.
Okay.
She does have her testicles, and it is.
Sorry?
Well, he noticed correctly that it's Clementine, but she has not been neutered, and that's something we don't ask about.
She has testicles?
Yeah, it's something we don't.
She's got the most defined pussy lips and testicles I don't think I've ever
we
seen
like
one.
to say genitalia out of
Genitalia?
fear. We do believe she understands very specific words in the English language.
Right.
And that is because we find out a new one every day. And God forbid pussy lips is one of them.
Yeah. How old is she?
It's hard to tell. She'd be 6 months, maybe 20 years. It's like I said, she's burnt pretty bad. And she will. Now she bites. Bites. And, they say about the pit bull locks on that, traditionally to get to unlock the jaw, you got to insert a finger
Right.
Yeah.
in the anus, which we tried, and that just riled her up more.
Oh, dear.
And it was because then my assistant came in and tried to. There was a lot of fingers going in a lot of places, and I was inserted, and I got one in my anus, and it worked on me. I didn't. Dog was still biting me. I just relaxed.
How long did it take for her to unclench?
That was about a 72-hour endeavor.
Wow.
That was that
Yep.
was a whole weekend. That
Right.
ate up Memorial Day for us around here.
And the more I'm looking at you, you have tissue scarring on your abdomen like that of a great white shark.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. We gave up wearing clothes around here on account of the dogs. They're just tearing them up. So I do a lot of the shirtless. And, I kind of think that's, you want to display dominance by showing no fear, which that backfires sometimes. I am scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared right now. I shouldn't have said that. I need this thing out of here. We tried to put her down. It didn't take.
Didn't take.
Yeah. So we're kind of out of options.
Yeah.
Honestly, we had you guys. You own firearms?
No. Is that
kind of a prerequisite for getting this dog?
It's.
Is that to use on ourselves, or is it to use?
I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to say that injuries could be sustained that would make you consider any. But safety, home protection. The dog lives in your house. You need to protect yourself. But with the proper training, we don't think that there's any such thing as a bad dog here.
what do you feed her?
There's bad owners. That's any kind of we just get a lot of just raw, just anything that
Dead raw meat?
dead. What kind of meat now?
Dead raw meat, like cold cuts?
Dead. Well, that's why she's in a separate cage.
Yeah, she strikes me as something that enjoys the hunt.
Yeah, and it wasn't much when she was in with the other dogs, bones and all, wild. Yeah, never saw the bones go down like that.
Has she had any puppies?
That is what a terrifying thought. To think that bloodline is still going out there.
Yeah. Well, she had to come from something like that.
I mean, she might have been born from that fire we got her out of. She might have just come straight out of a crater of hell. I don't know. But again, with a nurturing household, such as one that you guys seem like you have good energy together.
We do.
And listen.
You're a good salesman.
I mean, I see a lot of people in here. I'm like, this is not the home for this animal. This animal deserves better. But you two guys.
You know what? I think our baby's gonna love it. I think we got to get it.
I think
You hear that, Clem?
we just adopted a 4-year-old girl from China, and I think this is a perfect roommate.
Oh, she wants nothing to do with the Chinese.
Oh, excellent.
So
That's perfect. Neither did we, but we couldn't go,
hey, what a wild Brady bunch we're gonna have in this house when this is done.
Solves
Yeah.
two of our problems. So
All right. Well, let's tape her up and get her over there.
Well, yeah.
All right. Dude, that was so funny. That was so good.
That was
All right.
great. That was fucking
Love
great.
it.
Wow. Yeah, thank you so much for bringing one. Seriously,
Dude,
no one
yeah.
ever brings them. And
I was
so-
excited for it. I'm like, this is a good time.
Okay, great.
Fuck yeah.
That's
That was great, dude.
Yeah. Gonna get silly.
Oh man.
Kyle, you got a special coming out, don't
Yes.
you?
Oh yeah, I forgot all that stuff. Yeah. It's weird. It's actually about my cat. Not my dog, but my cat.
800 pound
It's called Dirt Nap. Yeah.
dirt nap.
Yeah, it's called Dirt Nap. It'll be on YouTube March. I don't know when stuff shows up in YouTube.
Well, it'll be
But yeah.
exclusively on 800 Pound Gorilla on February 1st.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it is? Okay. Wow. That's soon. Yeah, man. We got that going on. It's mostly a 45-minute story about moving to the suburbs and finding a stray cat that I brought in.
Oh, that's
So it's
fucking
kind of, there's a little bit of that in there.
That's
of like having
incredible.
this wild stray cat that was 16 years old, just living in the house like, all right,
Yeah.
let's get nuts. I'm like, hell yeah.
And are you doing any? This comes out
This Thursday.
Thursday. Where are you going to be this week? Are you doing any shows?
I'll be in, well, the week after this weekend, I'll be in Rochester, New York at Comedy at the Carlson, I believe it's called.
Okay.
But yeah, KyleKinane.com, got all the dates on there. I'm really great at the self-promotion part.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good when you have to do that stuff. But yeah,
Dude, I can't
I'm
wait to
out.
watch the special. Thanks so
Yeah.
much for coming on. Big fan.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys for
thank you
having me.
so
I
much,
appreciate
dude.
it. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
I feel like I should have given Kyle one of my teeth. I feel like he earned
I
it.
thought you did. Isn't that what you guys did? No?
Oh,
What'd you give him? It was white.
I don't remember.
Did you drive by him?
Do you think you've ever been the horniest man on the planet at a given time?
No.
I don't think I have either.
I know for a fact I have not. I think I have like lowest T.
No, I know, but I'm talking about like when you were like a 13-year-old.
Yeah, when I was getting hard 5 times a day, I didn't
Yeah,
know why.
that's what
that
I
happened to you, right? Just get randomly hard.
What do you mean?
We'll talk about it later.
Every kid did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the Pledge of Allegiance, I'd stand up. I'd be like, I gotta hide this.
Oh, I never. My penis was so small, I didn't have to hide it. I could be fully erect right now. You wouldn't know.
Means
Just kidding. You would know. You know because I put it on you.
well, I was trying to be serious, and you made a joke out of a situation that was very hard for me to deal with.
Thank you.
So, which is kind of the story of our friendship. Bastard.